Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Unfold, where every voice is a layer and every layer a revelation. Today's episode is about fabric, memory, and identity. More than that, it is about community and belongingness. Today's theme might be very close to many of our hearts, especially us South Asians, because we are talking about unfolding saris and unfolding stories. For many generations, saris have carried our memories, our identity, and our pride. Yet, for a lot of us in the diaspora, it gets folded and tucked away in the closet, waiting for that special occasion to be worn. But my guest today, here in the episode, chose to change that narrative, and she chose to make sari a part of her daily life and create her own space and circle. Welcome, Shamla. Welcome to our studio, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, so before we start, let me introduce a bit to our viewers so that they get kind of a fair idea of what you're representing and why we are here talking about it, right? So, Shamla here, she is a very, very successful business analyst with one of the top banks in Canada. Also, she co-launched her brand Usi Nool with her mother back in Chennai, which in Tamil, which is her mother tongue, actually literally goes to say uh, needle and thread, so which is Usi and Nool. And she also launched a brand Sele, ready-to-wear saris for women on the go. So with all of this, Shamla's story is nothing short of inspiring. But to come to say of why today's episode, what really caught my heart is her initiative, Sari Espresso. It's a very cozy cultural circle based in Toronto where stories of saris, sisterhood, and identity come together. So yes, that was a brief introduction, Shamla. So to come to talk of it, I know that you have started this initiative of Sari Espresso. So let's begin with that. Let's begin with the journey. Why did you feel the need of Sari Espresso?
Yeah, thank you so much for introducing. So, Sari Espresso, I actually, when I moved to Toronto, like every other immigrant, I went through so many struggles studying and then finding a job. And then after some time, you are left with no community and you feel like you've missed your home and you don't have anybody to hang out with from your own community. It's the homesickness that made me start this community, and that's where I felt, what if it's not just me, right? Always feeling I'm missing home.
So
So
many
it
more
might be,
others like you.
yeah. So I thought, okay, what if some other women feels the same tug of two different identity? What if they feel the same? And why not start a community like this? That's what made me start Sari Espresso.
So yes, like I said earlier, Sari Espresso is a very close, cozy circle based out of Toronto, where stories of sisterhood, saris, and stories of roots, resilience, and belongingness come together. So sounds like a very, very beautiful initiative, especially like I mentioned earlier, for we women from South Asian communities. So from what I've understood from your journey, I hear that your mom played a very big role, very, very pivotal role in your story. Mm-hmm. So, building her 20 plus year old fashion work, and you co founded Usi Nool. Do you want to tell a little bit about Usi Nool to our viewers so that we can bind that together with where you are today with Sari Espresso?
Yeah, for sure. So Usi Nool, before Usi Nool was coming into picture, my mom was doing stitching clothes for the women in her neighborhood, was doing it very small scale. I come from a middle class family, so she was running around doing this, raising two kids with her, and I've seen so much passion, and she never gave up no matter how many struggles we faced. So that really, I saw that motivation, that passion in her, and someday I wanted to do something with her in the same field. So I was helping her after my college when I was working in back home, but then again we had financial struggles and everything. So I thought, okay, let me do this in a proper way. I did my business course in Canada, and then I worked here. I saved up something, and then I wanted to help my mom mom out. So I took her craft and made it a global brand, and that's how Usi Nool was born. And that really taught me so many other things. How my mom, not just with the business, she doesn't stop there. She always went for the community. Even back home, she always helped the sisters near her and all of that, right? So that's where what made me start Sari Espresso
So
as
you
well, I
saw the
guess.
community building in a very, very maybe in a smaller way than how you might see here, but then you did see from close home, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of times we see that immigrants, and more so women, if I have to be very specific, we tend to put our dreams and our careers behind at at a back burner for a more lucrative or more ambitious careers. But I see in your journey that you have done the right opposite. Like you had a very successful career as a business analyst, you put that aside and went ahead with something that you're passionate about. So from where I see, that requires a lot of strength. So where do you think you gathered that from?
After I worked here and saved up some money, I really wanted to start something. But typical Indian household, you have to get married, no more
Yes.
business and all of that.
Yes.
So I got married as well, and then I still wanted to do this at some point. And I had a conversation with my husband. My husband was more motivated than me, so he gave me the push, and also my mom was supporting from back home, and I started up Usi Nool as a store. And slowly I quit my job and took this as a full-time thing. And I then started Selai, which is my other brand for women on the go, where we sell ready-to-wear sarees.
So what is the difference? Now you mentioned another brand, Sele. So if from a very, very a layman's perspective, or for somebody who's viewing you for the first time, what's the difference between Usi Nool and Sele? Where do they come together and where are they apart?
So Usi Nool is a bespoke clothing brand where we customize any outfit to your body type, to your designs. Anybody can become a designer. That's the main goal we wanted to say in Usi Nool. Whereas Selai is for women on the go. Like I cannot drape sari without my mom's help. So that's how Selai was born. It's like 10-second sari, zip and go sari, like a sari gown.
Ready to wear sari.
Yeah, ready
Okay.
to wear saris. So that's what my innovation comes in, and I love saris, but I can't wear it with my mom not being here. So I started Selai. So yeah.
I think Shamala's story inspires us at levels more than one. Though she was an immigrant, and again, she was running a very, very successful career, but it did not stop her from doing what she was passionate about. And even now, when she mentions that she loves to wear saris, but she cannot wear it without her mom, that is an obstacle in itself. But then she chose to overcome that by creating her own brand called Sele, which which manufactures ready-to-wear on-the-go saris. So I think in Shamla's journey, nothing was an obstacle for long. You chose to cross every obstacle, and I think that is a very, very powerful story. It also tells a lot of our viewers and a lot of others who are watching us today, or maybe later, that in life, if we are passionate about something, nothing can be a reason big enough to stop us. Right? The sky is the limit. So, thank you for sharing that part. Like that is a very something very positive I'm taking away from here. Absolutely. So when you talk of Sari Espresso, and when I read about it, it is such a beautiful concept to me, right? It's a concept where people can come and then listen to stories which are very similar to you, which we might feel, okay, this is happening to me, but then when you see somebody else is going through the same journey, it gives you a lot of strength, it gives you a lot of faith in the whole journey. So for somebody who is watching this for the first time, could you paint a picture of like what exactly happens in Sari Espresso, and and I hear there's a drape and sip circle in it. So what exactly happens there?
So it's just our drape and sip circle happens every 2 weeks once, or maybe monthly once.
Wow.
It's just different kind of activities to just motivate women to wear their cultural outfit. Our club focuses on sari, for example. It can be any outfit, right? We always shy away from what our culture and tradition are. Maybe it's the way it was fed to us. So I just wanted to bring it in a more fun, casual way. So we host events like Sari Jamming, Sari Karaoke, Picnic, and now we have a Diwali rave coming up. So I want to encourage women to wear your sari. Don't keep it in your closet. Don't wait for a company. Just come share your story with us. Have fun. We play. We share food. We laugh around. It's just
So-
a very nice
So
community.
if I have to put it in a very easy to understand way and not, make it sound like something very complicated, you are creating opportunities, or you are not waiting for the calendar to tell you when to wear sari. You are rather feeding it into people's
Exactly.
calendar that, okay, come on, you're creating
Yes.
the opportunity, or or you're creating a platform for people to come and embrace
Yes,
the
yes.
sari, which is a huge part of their identity, down the line. So, you're trying. I see that you're trying to normalize wearing sari, right? So, in this, I also would like to ask you. A lot of us immigrant here, when we migrate here, we tend to get ourselves divided between wanting to stay close to our roots, at the same time wanting to adapt to the new country, new culture. So we always find ourselves divided. But I'm a person who believes that you can be both. So in your journey of Sari Espresso and also bringing Sally to Canada, how successful have you been in putting that voice out there, and how is the response that you get from people on that?
By today, actually, it's been 3 months since I started Sari Espresso, and I'm seeing amazing response. And I felt like it's not just me. I just started out thinking maybe 5 or 10 women will show up. But since my first meetup, there has always been 20 women who show up, and then there are
wow.
like
And
30 waitlisted people, and I see 50 waitlisted, 70 waitlisted after each event.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, this is really motivating me, right?
Absolutely.
And I think everybody is starting to feel the same way. So everyone wants to, be both, wear jean and wear your
Absolutely.
comfortable clothes, and also wear your sari. Now I feel women who come to our community share like interesting stories, and I'm so impressed.
I was just coming to that, because you're putting out Sari Espresso as a way to stitch together, put together what immigration and migration tends to pull apart, right? So in your circles, what is the most inspiring, or what is the most moving story that you have come across? If you could, share that in a very brief with our viewers.
So there was one mother-in-law and daughter-in-law came into our meetup.
Wow, that interests me already.
Yeah. And she told me since she moved to Toronto 25 years ago, and she's been wearing sari all 365 days, and she has already been interviewed by
The
all
duo?
yeah.
The duo are
No,
wearing
just
sari?
the mother-in-law.
Okay.
So for 365 days, she's been wearing sari in Toronto, in cold weather. It doesn't matter whatever the weather is. And she's
Wow.
already been interviewed in news channel, and her photo was in the newspaper and everything. That was
Wow.
like so impressive. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
That takes a lot of intentional motivation as well. I'm sure it must not have been easy given the cold weather in Canada, right? Okay, wow.
And she motivated me for starting this, and should keep it going on, because all the younger generation who comes up, they might lose whatever, our outfit. They might not end up draping sari. So, yeah.
So do you see women who come to your gathering with a certain expectation and go back feeling happy or achieve that? Or like, how is the...
Yeah, I mean, everybody after coming to the meetup, they come very shy, they don't know anybody. They even, few people have asked me, oh, are you guys a group? Like, do you know each other? Like, actually, none of us knew each other before this meetup. And everybody ends up becoming friends, becoming family after the meetup. So
that's thank you, Shamla, for such beautiful and inspiring insights. I think what I love about Shamla's story is that it reminds us we don't have to choose between being traditional and being modern. We don't have to choose between our roots and giving ourselves wings. I think we can be both, and we can carry our tradition as well as our modern life with a lot of grace. So thank you so much for being with us. We'll take a short commercial break and be right back with you. Thank you.
अगर आपको दुबई या मिडल ईस्ट नुमा जेवरात की तलाश है, तो आपको दूर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं। आज ही हमारे मिसिसागा रिजवे स्टोर तशरीफ लाइए, अल करम ज्वेलर्स। हमारे पास सोने के बेहतरीन कंगन, कड़े, झुमके, हार और सोने के सेट्स भी दस्तयाब हैं। शादी हो या मेहंदी या कोई भी फंक्शन, आपकी पसंद के तमाम जेवरात आपको हमारे स्टोर में मौजूद मिलेंगे। आज ही हमारे स्टोर पर तशरीफ लाइए। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, 3465 प्लैटिनम ड्राइव, यूनिट 99, मिसिसागा। या फिर कॉल करें 905-828-0009। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, फरमाइश आपकी, गारंटी हमारी।
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस, जहां आपकी तमाम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस की जरूरियात पूरी होंगी। हमारे पास आपको हर टॉप ब्रांड मौजूद मिलेगा, चाहे वो वर्लपूल हो या एलजी, सैमसंग हो या जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक्स। हम इन सब के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। आइए और हमसे 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ उठाइए। हम आपको तमाम अप्लायंसेस सबसे बेहतर और सस्ते दामों पर फराहम करेंगे, ये हमारी गारंटी है। विजिट आवर वेबसाइट www.dixieelectronics.ca या फिर हमें कॉल कीजिए 905-625-5900. At Dixie Electronics and Appliances, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Legal problems don't wait, and neither should you. I'm Rohit Sharma. Whether you are facing criminal charges, buying your first home, or protecting your family, I'm here to help you. When your future is on the line, experience matters. At Rohit Sharma Law, we deliver results with clarity and care.
At Rohit Sharma Law, we specialize in a wide range of legal services, including family law, criminal defense, real estate transactions, immigration matters, civil litigation, and notary public services.
Book a consultation today. Let's take the next step together. You can call us at 416-741-1115 or email us at info@rohitlaw.ca.
Welcome back. We have our guest Shamla in our studio, who is the owner of Saree Espresso, and her story tells us that saree is not just a fabric. It's when we drape a saree, we are draping our history, our memory, our identity, and our roots. So, Shamla, before the break, we were talking about your circle and the stories that you hear in the circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you were telling me how this started, and you spoke about homesickness.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you talk of homesickness, what does that mean to you, or probably to your community now that you have a growing community?
Mm-hmm.
Does it just mean missing a place? Because homesickness can mean many things. For some, it might mean missing that warmth of a bed, or missing that smell of a home-cooked food, or for some, it might be missing their identity. So, like, how do you look at it, and how does Saree Espresso help to, merge that gap?
So, for me, homesickness is not obviously just the place, right? It's seeing your mom every day do her own routine, or seeing your dad, sister growing up in that small household. Anyways, we are missing that. But I sometimes I used to take my mom's sari, wrap it around to sleep.
All of us did that at some point or other, right?
Yeah.
Most of us girls did that.
And that that smell gives you that mom's feeling and all of that, right? Now I'm draping my own sari. That also actually gives me, fills my heart with something. I have butterflies when I drape my mom's sari. So I felt like when people share their story, like, oh, I wore my mom's sari for the first time, and they feel very proud about it. And when they share the story, we all felt so proud as if we have done the same
I think
thing
it's
too,
a
right?
journey from seeing your mom wear a sari
Yes.
to you growing to a stage where you're able to wear that.
Yes,
I think it's a
yes.
story, like it's a complete story in itself from where I see. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. So I feel like doing this one simple thing, at least whenever we find time, maybe monthly once or twice, fills that gap that we feel we miss something somewhere down our heart, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, okay, and you have been an immigrant for long. You said you worked here, went back, and then came back. So you have been in that journey more than once. We see that a lot of us juggle with playing different roles, right? So we are a newcomer here, we are a wife, we are a mother, we are a professional, right? And in all of that, or sometimes we tend to lose our identity even as an individual, not just going back to your root, but even as an individual. So a community space like Sari Espresso, where people are able to come together, probably even share their vulnerable stories or side. How do you see this as strengthening that women, and then telling them that you don't have to choose, you can be all, you can be whole? So based on your circle and based on the stories, how do you see that side of it being fulfilled, where people are juggling between the identities?
Yeah, as women, we all play different hats, right? When you come to our meetup, it's more like your me time, where you dress up for yourself and you come share your story.
No judgments,
No
right?
judgment zone,
Absolutely.
and you see other women also do that, and it makes you feel empowered in some ways, and maybe feel who you are. Sometimes when other people share their story, you feel like, oh, you missed doing something, and you should start doing that too. It can be so many things, right? Career, doing exercise every day. We see a lot of women going through so many challenges, and they come and share all those stories, and it actually inspires us and motivates
So
us.
somebody who looks like me can do it, I can do it, kind of feeling,
Exactly.
right? Yeah. So I was just coming to that in my next question, that way there could be a lot of barriers to it, right? There could be a body image barrier. There could be a cultural stigma barrier, right? Somebody, they don't want to others to judge them by what they wear. It's okay. It's okay. Let the sari stay tucked away. I want to feel more acceptable and belong, and I want to look more like how a person next to me looks like, right? My next door neighbor looks like. And also Canadian cold weather. So there could be so many reasons for somebody not to choose. So I'm sure in your circles there aren't just sari enthusiasts who show up like, oh, I want to wear sari every day. There could be people who say, I like sari, I want to wear sari, but probably I cannot or I should not. So how do you see that conversion happen, or how does this circle help that? I'm sure there are people like that who come.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
So I've seen so many people who have come to the meetup, have become friends. So now what they do is they travel from downtown Toronto to Mississauga to get draped and come to downtown again to come to the meetup. And I feel like, and some people have shared, oh my God, I've never thought I would walk in downtown Toronto wearing a sari. And I host certain meetups on a Friday evening, so which means they have to wear sari to their workplace and then come to the meetup, right? So
That's
they've done
interesting.
that, yeah. And people say, oh, I have come to a cafe wearing a sari, I have gone to work, people stared at me and then they complimented me. All these are the things that they say, and it motivates all of us too, right? So
what's the response that you've received on people wearing sari to work? How do you see the employer's response, or
they all
have you-
compliment. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I've never had anybody say bad things about certain things. It's just us, I guess. We shy away.
Think a lot about it, right?
Yeah. Like
That's
we don't wear
interesting.
Halloween costumes every day. It's sari is not a Halloween costume, first of all, and people, I don't know why we all shy away, including me. I've never done this before sari espresso.
I think it's again the want of being accepted. It's so
Exactly.
much more easy to get accepted when you blend in.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
It always takes a lot of courage to stand out. I think that's, And as immigrants, I wouldn't blame them, like, because there's already so much you're dealing with, right? So one less thing to deal with, one less question
Yes.
asked, what is this, why are you, is like, I think makes life easier. So I think if tomorrow you're able to walk wearing a sari to a workplace or downtown Toronto without being asked or without an eyebrows being raised, I think that is a vision, a universe we all can manifest about.
Yes.
So where do you see Sari Espresso in a few years down? Like, what's your vision with this?
I want to see this as a global platform where women can connect through saris, and I wish I can expand it every country. I'm in talks right now for expanding in a few other countries too, and I hope that happens pretty soon.
So when you talk about expanding to countries, how about your plan on expanding first within Canada or Toronto? Like you say, you do in downtown Toronto, you're
Yes.
probably that side of it. So do you have other arms of yours which operates on other side of GTA or in Ontario?
No, I have been in conversation with few people who can take up and run this. So pretty soon, I am hoping this will be launched everywhere.
Okay.
So-
Given your deep knowledge and research on this, like, what is one perception about sari that's in Canada that you wish or think can be changed?
So, sari is not just for events or Diwali or weddings, right? It doesn't have to be stored away. It deserves to be lived in. So, I wish people wear sari more often. I'm not saying daily. You always have your comfortable clothing. Just don't shy away from wear sari is what I would wish I could change.
I think even for women who say, "Oh, I don't know how to wear sari," you're already giving them an answer with your
Yes.
brand Sale, where they
Yes.
don't have to wear sari and you have ready to go, wear saris.
Yes.
So that's amazing. So for a lot of our viewers who are watching us and who feel disconnected with their roots, what's one small step that you think they can take towards reclaiming their identity or reclaiming a part of themselves that was once upon?
That's an interesting question. I have one friend who told me whenever I feel like I miss home or I cook something that my mom makes. That's
Aroma,
one step. Yeah.
Aroma, I think they always say smell is one of the strongest of the five senses, which is connected to your memory. More than the sight, more than the noise or feel. Smell, they say, is one of the. So I think that's so
Yes.
beautiful.
So you can cook a
your
simple meal
meal.
that your mom has made you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. So now we are almost coming, towards the end. But for our viewers who are watching us, if they want to, if they, I'm sure if whoever's watching is going to find this concept very interesting. So if they want to be a part of Sari Espresso in whichever capacity, it could be in just attending your circles, or it could be being your other arm and leg in another city. How can they reach out to you, or what do you think is the easiest way to start doing that?
So my social media is always open. I keep responding till 2 o'clock in the night and the morning too. So if they are in Toronto, they can join our meet up.
How do they know about it?
So I keep posting
On
on the
your
meetup,
Instagram?
on the Instagram Sari Espresso page, and also links are there for waitlist or for signing up for the event. But for other countries where I'm also doing collaboration slowly, so people who are from other country, if you want to support as well, they can.
So when you
reach
say
out.
other country, other people in other country living in Canada?
No, people from Malaysia, Singapore have been reaching out to me for collabs as well.
Okay.
So I'm up for all those collabs. I'm working with few people right now.
Why I'm so persistent in asking question, because I live on the very other side of GTA from where you live, right? So
Okay.
I don't see myself coming very often given the travel, right? So my personal interest here is trying to ask you that, is there going to be a Sari Espresso, say what I can call it? Can I call it a branch or a franchise or whatever you want to call it, collaboration on this side of Toronto, on GTA side of it, like Brampton, Mississauga.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I have few people, restaurant owners who have reached out to me to host meetups there. So I'm planning one probably in November. Yeah.
Okay. And just for our viewers to know and have more clarity on this, how are your meetups set up? Like, how long usually the duration is? What should I, if I want to attend your meetup, carry with myself? And are the meetups charged? Are do they have to pay to attend that?
Yeah, usually they pay to attend the meetup because I pay upfront the restaurant and book the table and everything. So they don't have to carry anything. They just block their seat, and usually when I post the meetup, it just gets sold to the next day.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm planning to do more in the GTA, and I have people coming all the way from Hamilton, all the way from Bowmanville to downtown. So
That tells you how much people like it and
Yeah.
why there isn't dire need now to probably expand. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So that's very interesting. Like, had you not mentioned it to me, and if somebody else told me that there's sold out sari circle event, I would have probably found it very difficult to believe because I wear sari quite often. Like, I don't wear it to work yet, but I wear it quite often. Like, I find opportunities to wear it. Could be just going to the temple, even if I don't have to, and then could be trying to go to some events. And if it's a cultural event, if it's from South Asian community, from Nepal or India, I make sure that I wear sari because that's when my sari comes out. So I try to make it more often. But then if somebody came and told me that there's a sari circle that happens and gets sold out, I would have probably found it very difficult to believe. So this is a very good eye opener in a very, very good, positive way. So I really like that. So now to sum it up all, because I see in your journey, I see it's a very, very, I don't know if it was very intentional or just happened, but when I look at from outside now your whole journey, it looks like it was a very, very planned path. Like you started with Usi Nool, where people could give their design and you could make their vision come into life. And then you did say, like, okay, for people who say I can't wear sari, okay, now you shut up and then here is a solution, right? So now no excuses. And then you created an opportunity for people, okay, now I have the sari, now I want to wear the sari, where? So you created that platform as well. So you're kind of giving a, end-to-end solution to this, if for lack of a better word, if I can call it a problem, right? So how did this all come together? Was it all planned or just happen one step at a time?
It just happened one step at a time because it was my problem that I was trying to solve all the way, right? Usi Nool, be it Selai, then when I couldn't drape saris. And then now that I have all ready to wear saris, where will I wear them?
Exactly.
I'm in a country where I don't have much family or friends to have events or attend weddings, right? So that's where I wanted to create a solution to my own problem. And I thought, let me see if others also feel the same. So now that we don't have to wait for somebody else's calendar, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's what I'm finding very inspiring in your story is that the fact that we don't have to wait for somebody else to solve our problems. We have a problem. There's always a way. If you really intend to, if your intentions are in the right direction, and if you have your heart at it, you always can solve your own problems, right? And probably you're solving not just your problem, you're solving problem for so many of us out there. So thank you so much for that. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time in coming to our studio. And I'm sure our viewers who are going to watch this episode are going to be a part of your circle. And so I myself see myself, being a part of this circle.
Thank you so much.
You'll probably soon spot me in one of your events. Probably I get there before it gets sold out. And I think what I really like about your story, also the fact that I also said before our break that we always struggle between trying to be one or the other. So your story has paved a path which says that it doesn't, our identity doesn't have to be either or. We don't have to stop being, say, an Indian or a Nepali to be a Canadian. We can always root both because this is a country we chose to come for a better future, but at the same time we are rooted in our roots. So having said that, we are at the end of our episode, and this was such an inspiring episode for me. And what my takeaway from here today is that sometimes the most powerful act of empowerment is to just wear your story boldly and very, very unapologetically. So I think that is what I take from today, because sari from today for me is not going to be a fabric that I'm going to drape. It is going to be something that carries my history, that carries memories, that carries my identity and my roots, and also the fact that I can be both. I can be deeply rooted in my culture and my identity, and at the same time give wings to my dreams to fly in this new sky of a foreign country trying to adapt. So if you also could resonate, you can reach out to Sari Espresso on the Instagram handle, like Shamla said before. And signing off, we will be right back with you with yet another inspiring episode like today's. Thank you so much for being with us.